I have a new personal hero, and it's this handsome lad right here, Peter Altmaier. He just called out the entire German industry for making ugly electric cars, and I absolutely love it. He is actually let's see, he's a minister of economic affairs in Germany. So he literally called out his own country's industry. I'll tell you how he did it in their face too. So let me tell you the whole story. It's pretty cool. I'll tell you what I think why he's and I think why I think he's right, and where they're moving with their design, and we'll look at a couple of designs that we've already seen before, and see if it's going to be an improvement. All of this is coming up next. Taking over the world, electrifying the world, E4 Electric! Welcome to E4 Electric, your number one source for unbiased electric car news. If this is your first time here, welcome. Don't forget to click on that subscribe button so you don't miss anything moving forward. All right, Peter Altmaier. So again, never heard of it. By the way, kudos on the followers. Look at that, 239,000 followers. That's pretty good, for being a minister of economic affairs. So anyway, so apparently there are reports that this guy was, on a panel, and in front of a bunch of CEOs, including the CEO of Volkswagen and Daimler. And I think he was talking about artificial intelligence. So the conversation wasn't exactly on topic of electric cars per se, but essentially he said that he wishes that German automakers would make electric cars that would be half as sexy as Tesla. And okay, so first of all, don't forget he did it right in their faces. Now BMW CEO wasn't there, but Daimler and Volkswagen CEOs were, and this is pretty ballsy, and I think it's right on the money, because we've just been discussing this for a long time about how people don't want to buy this fugly, oh, look at me, I'm a green car, buy me, right? Like they don't want to, they don't want that. They want something that's really sexy. That's why Tesla appeals to them. Though I'm also being a pretty big advocate of cars that just look like regular cars, as long as they're good looking regular cars, right? So yeah, okay. I mean, look at that. Well, the two main German manufactured cars on the market that are relatively popular are Volkswagen e-Golf, right? And it's just their Golf is just within, and they've quite a few manufacturers done this, right? They've taken the car they're already making and they just jammed the battery and the motor in it. That's one way of doing it, and I support that, because again, it just looks like a regular car, just a different stuff inside, and I think that sometimes people are just not concerned with that. And I like that. And by the way, Volkswagen, if you're gonna have a media kit picture for a green car, can you maybe like Photoshop some blue skies in the background? Like this is, literally, like, just make sure the water and the sky is blue behind you. That's all I'm asking. Again, if you couldn't wait for the sun to come out, or do it in a location where there is sun, then just Photoshop it. I can help, trust me. Anyway, so that's one of them. But the other one that's, I've always criticized and continue to do so is the BMW i3. Can't stand it. I can explain, and have done it before in terms of overall design, BMW design, why this car is absolutely fugly. Most of the time, the BMW concept is that you want to look at the BMW, and it would look like it's moving, like it's in motion, even though it's standing still. And therefore, you have to have like really sexy, continuous lines throughout the body. And this basically does not. Anyway, but I know some people like it, but I'm just saying, I think the consensus of most people that this is not it. And it looks like my new BFF agrees with me, so there. Uh, all right, so he's right. But let's look at the cars that they're announced as far as what they're going to be making moving forward. Let's see if it's sexy enough. Before that, of course, I want to make sure that you guys know that this video and this channel is sponsored by Evanex, the aftermarket accessories for the sexy Teslas. And I think accessories are pretty sexy. I got a few of them on mine. There's a discount code in the description of this video. Go ahead and grab it, and get your holiday shopping sales savings going early. All right, so a Porsche Taycan is one of the cars that used to be called Mission E. And I know it won't look like this. It will look more like Panamera, and there are some spy shots out there that you can easily Google. Still, a lot of people believe this is a pretty sexy car. This is going to be in production about less than a year now. Audi e-tron, the car that I'm personally hoping to switch to next year. This one looks um, like a normal SUV. I think it's a pretty sexy looking SUV, pretty cool looking SUV. I'll be getting it in black, and I think it will be even slicker. That way, I'll probably tint the wheels and windows. It's gonna be really slick. So that's another one, and Volkswagen ID series, and this is the Vision, and this one I think is due 2022. But and maybe it won't look like this, but I think they're starting to at least try to compete with Teslas, try to make their cars a little bit more appealing and sexier. So maybe we will get our wish. And I probably am forgetting the BMW EQC again. I really think that it's kind of tough to make a SUV look sexy, but this is a pretty slick SUV. Again, like I would get it in a black color. Looks pretty cool in this what is it, titanium silver or whatever. But yeah, so I think they're on the right track. But I just love the fact that just they got called out. Let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think? Do you think this was the right thing to do? Especially, do you think for a politician, it's the right thing to do? I mean, should they be butting in at all into a design conversation of their manufacturers? I personally think it's a fair game. I personally think more people need to call them out because I just had a video where I was talking how there are two forces that moving the entire automotive industry towards the electric cars. One is Tesla, right? All by themselves, but another one is governments around the world, right? With incentives, with regulations, with laws, and so forth. Well, this is just one of new ways how maybe government can participate, where they're kind of almost guiding or setting expectations of what they want their country's manufacturers to shoot for. And I have no problems with that. But I'm interested in knowing your opinion. By the way, I just want to give a quick shout out to one of my new Patreons, James Piver. Join Patreon. This is where you can support me as a full-time independent YouTuber. Of course, you get some perks. For example, including the top tier Patreons get to watch me live. Therefore, you're the first ones to see these videos. I also do an extra segment, a couple of minutes long, just to kind of update you on some of the behind the scenes stuff, some of my plans and my personal life sometimes. So if you're interested, definitely go ahead and enjoy at patreon.com/E4Electric. All right, looking forward to your comments, of course. Other than that, I will see you next time. And remember to stay charged.